Christmas in America, the season for giving, receiving, and the hours-long holiday dinners with relatives you'd love to disown. That time of the year when sleigh bells jingle and co-workers mingle, because nothing says Christmas spirit like a tummy full of alcohol and a front row seat to other people's holiday misfortunes. It's mistletoe time!
Made in USA.
Ho ho ho, you filthy animals. It's Christmas and you're watching Made in USA. This holiday season, let us be the Scrooge to your Tiny Tim and the Grinch to your Cindy Lou Who, as we look at the happy, crappy Christmases that make you thankful you didn't mess up this bad. Time to slice that ham and pour in the nog as we plow through this clearance bin of holiday mishaps we like to call the Ghost of Christmas Fails. Giddyup Rudolph. A Santa Claus in Florida who really should have stuck to the sleigh landed himself in the hospital after skydiving to deliver a present. So yeah, Christmas was late that year. Back in December 2017, excited locals were gathered in Gulfport for the Tampa Bay Beach Bums charity volleyball tournament when Santa, real identity George Crocus, leaped out of a plane in full Saint Nick dress with an elf on a shelf by his side. Santa George had ditched Rudolph and the rest of the crew, opting for a more dramatic entrance as he delivered Kristoff the elf to a 9-year-old girl. Oh, it was dramatic, all right. Because instead of a smooth landing, Santa slammed into a light post and then hit a tree before crashing to the ground. Hard. Really? No one saw that coming? True to form though, Santa was in good spirits despite breaking his and the elf's leg and was sent to the hospital to recuperate. Christopher the elf was considerate enough to send his pal a note explaining what went down, and though he kept Santa George company for a while, he was soon back to his shenanigans. America has a deep, slightly unsettling obsession with the Popeyes chicken sandwich, so much so that this year they turned it into an ugly Christmas sweater. That's right, folks, someone has immortalized the wildly popular sandwich in knit, and it can be yours for the way too high price of $44.95. That is, if you can get your hands on it. Like the sandwich, the ugly sweater sold out fast, with stocks running out just 14 hours after it was launched on December 12th. Jeez, the things people use their money on. The sweater sold through uglychristmassweater.com, duh, and was marketed as being the ultimate icebreaker for any holiday party. Right, so you brag about your limited edition knitwear, and we judge your life choices and dish out backhanded compliments on your induction into the chicken sandwich cult. Fun! Bad news for all the slowpokes though, because unlike the actual chicken sandwich, the ugly sweater won't be making a comeback now or ever. Nothing says Christmas in America like Elf on a Shelf, that holiday tradition that is the bane of every parent's existence. One mom in Wiley, Texas, sucked it up for years to make the kids happy, only to have their elfies go down in a blaze of glory, completely, totally by accident. Really. Brittany Meese wrote on Facebook that elfies showed up on December 1st, 2017 with a broken leg, blaming the kids for leaving their toys out and making him trip. Needless to say, he was on strict bed rest for 2 weeks, which is an absolute win for Mama. After the 14 days were up, Elfies hadn't yet popped up. Misa's son Gray took notice, so she quickly chucked the little man, Elfies, not Gray, in the oven, intending to move him later. A day or two later, the kids wanted leftover pasta, so Mom preheated the oven. It wasn't until minutes later when a funky smell hit that she realized the creepy little man was getting crispy in the oven. By the time she pulled him out, Santa's little helper was charred and melted, and his head had popped off. Misa's son was heartbroken, but her daughter, not so much. Girl is glad Elfies is gone because now he can't tell Santa on her. Savage. As for Mies, she had to scramble to find another elf, plus personally call Santa to ask him to please pick up the roasted headless elf. Such a Merry Christmas. Christmas is more than just a season of giving, it's also a treasure trove of embarrassing memories, like this one. Picture this, you're watching a tired rendition of Jingle Bell Rock at the mall when in walks Trouble for the singing quartet and real entertainment for the rest of us. Ladies and gentlemen, bring to the stage Super Random Mallgoer. This cringy performance went down last December at the Westfield World Trade Center in New York. Our wannabe rapper goes by Wavy P on Insta and seems to be a real fan of Let Me Get It Started by Takeshi69. Not the most appropriate song for Christmas, or really any other occasion, but thank God we don't see him do the whole song. The secondhand cringe would have been off the charts. Jolly St. Nick in the happiest place on earth. What could go wrong? Well, Brenda, as it turns out, a lot. Visitors to the Disneyland park in California got to see an exclusive once-in-a-lifetime show when the big guy had an accident and fell off the wagon. Sleigh. According to the Orange County Register, Santa was doing his thing atop the Christmas Fantasy Afternoon Parade in downtown Disney last December 16, 2018, when his sleigh all of a sudden tipped forward, taking him and his big bag of presents with it. And here everyone thought that was just part of the show. Good thing the big man had his safety harness on, which kept him from tumbling into the ground, but also left him just literally hanging there for a while. Eventually, Disney staff helped Father Christmas out of his dilemma and got him back on solid ground. And since the ho 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 must go on, the parade carried on as usual, just with a slumped-over sleigh and a fairly large white-bearded man conspicuously absent. It's unclear what exactly caused the sleigh malfunction, but it may or may not be too much nog. Well kids, that's all the presents we got for you this week. In the meantime, go check out the last Made in USA featuring donut-munching cops versus dumpster-diving bears. It's very good. Be a good little helper and hit like and subscribe, and remember, don't do something we won't, or into our naughty list you go. Toodles!